On the eve of closing arguments in the Sean Diddy Combs federal sex crimes trial, we had another interesting day, day 30, a day that started out with rumors and reporting that charges were dropped against Diddy. That is not accurate. That's not quite what happened. There's also this talk about a constitutional challenge. Both sides, the judge working out the final jury instructions for the jury. This is important. This is the law. This is the rules that will govern the jury's deliberations. Very important in a complicated case like this when you have charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. A lot of elements, a lot of factors, a lot of requirements to find Combs guilty of each charge. It's quite complex. It's a battle between both sides, what the language is going to be and what the language is that the jury will hear. And I think the jury will actually probably have to take some time during deliberations to even figure out what these jury instructions mean before they even start deciding the case. And again, we anticipate closings tomorrow, probably going to extend into Friday too. In fact, we learned a little bit more about that today too. Prosecutor Maureen Comey even said that the jury may end up not even starting their deliberations till next week, till Monday. But let's talk about what happened today. And for that, let me bring in law and crimes reporter Elizabeth Milner, who has been in that courtroom all day. For everybody who knows, we're recording this right now at like almost 8 o'clock at night. You have been in the courtroom all day. It's been a very, very tiring day, Elizabeth, but great to see you. I have to ask you about the beginning of the day. When we woke up, we found out the government filed this letter regarding jury instructions. And remember, to prove racketeering conspiracy, the government needs to prove at least two underlying predicate crimes, essentially. There's arson, there's forced labor, there's kidnapping, there's bribery, there's witness tampering, all to support this idea of there was a criminal enterprise and that Combs and others engaged in a pattern of racketeering activity, a pattern of illegal activity. But then we get this letter from the government, and it says, quote, the government has removed instructions from the charge related to attempted kidnapping under both California and New York law, attempted arson under California law, and aiding and abetting sex trafficking. The government is no longer planning to proceed on these theories of liability, so instructions are no longer necessary. So people might be thinking, oh my gosh, they dropped those underlying crimes, right? Problem is, if you go to the indictment, the latest indictment, for kidnapping and arson, it specifically lays out multiple theories under state law.